you to get up because you got to go on. You can't give up on that marriage. You can't give up on those goals. You can't give up on that career. Get up and go on. Get up. God will give you just what you need to go on. That food and that encouragement gave Elijah the strength that he needed to keep running. And while he was running, he ended up running right into the mountain of God. Sometimes when you think you're running away, God'll fix it so you're running into. Come on now. Sometimes you'll be thinking you're running away, but God says the steps of a good man ordered by the Lord. So as he's running, he gets to this mountain. The Bible says that the word of the Lord came to Elijah. How many know God will send the word to you? Don't act like you've always been running to get the word. Sometimes God had to send the word right in the middle of that abusive relationship. The word of the Lord came to you. Sometimes God had to send that word right into the living room where you were sleeping because you didn't want to be in the room with your spouse. But the word of the Lord came to you. Sometimes the word will come to you at your lowest hours. But I'm so glad that the Bible says the word of the Lord came to Elijah. God asked Elijah, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. So I want to ask you, what are you doing so timid? What are you doing here? What are you doing so afraid? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. What are you doing worried? Why are you there? Concerned and complaining? What are you doing here? God tells him, you aren't the only one who's experiencing this. He says, I have 7,000 others in Israel who haven't given in to the pressure of those who are following false gods. So don't think for a moment that you're the only one struggling with what you're struggling with. It's easy to think you're the only one, isn't it? He says, I have 7,000 people that I have held aside, and they're facing the exact same struggle, but I'm keeping them. So what makes you think that I'm not at least capable of keeping you? What are you doing here? What are you doing thinking about quitting? What are you doing thinking about a divorce? What are you doing thinking about giving up and giving in? What are you doing thinking about quitting on those children when God gave them to you? What are you doing? You can't give up. You cannot give in. Don't allow the stress of your situation to make you feel like you're the only one dealing with challenges. Because there are thousands of others who are facing the exact same thing. And there's nothing new under the sun. And if God is able to bless others, he doesn't love them any more than he loves you. So what makes you think that if he'll help somebody else, that he's not at least capable of helping you? I don't know what may be making you feel like giving up. I don't know what may be making you feel like giving in. But I know without a shadow of a doubt in my mind that the word of the Lord for you is get up and go on. Amen.